So you're saying go to bed at 9?
Yeah, no later than 10. Yeah, you'll end up waking on this type of diet. You'll end up waking up around 4 o'clock in the morning.
So you're talking about missing brothers and sisters on Sunday night and the good wife on Tuesday night. Both are on at 10 o'clock. So there goes my whole social life right there. DVR. DVR your way to health. Absolutely. So now, what kind of, because you get up very early and you hike around the ranch.
Yeah, every morning we run, I chase Shelley around the ranch every morning.
Because she's plunging and he's trying to get a hold of her.
Yeah, we run anywhere from 3 to 6 to 9 miles, depending on the day. And then we'll do, after that, we'll do about an hour of Yunga yoga, which is a...
I've done it.
You've done Yunga yoga. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a combination of breathing, stretching, some yoga, some aerobics.
And great music.
Isotonic exercise to a beat where it's nonstop 60 minutes. And we've actually now have that available on DVD.
So what happens is classes from 8 to 9, and 9 o'clock the avocado shakes are served on the patio outside the gym. And about 5 to 9, people are working out and they're doing this and they're doing that. And then they're looking outside, when is the avocado shake coming? Right? There's an anticipation for that shake.
Well, not only just the shake, the fresh juices too as well. And a lot of times, and we learned this really early in the 80s, that people just don't have the time. And it's hard to make things fresh all the time. So how can we get our greens all day long? And so that's when I invented the first green powders on the market. A lot of the green drinks that you're seeing are all knockoffs of what I created in the early 80s. These green powders, which are low heat dehydrated, would take spinach, parsley, celery, cucumber, would take wheatgrass, barley grass, camus grass, straw grass, and we'd do low heat dehydrate these to a 28-to-1 concentration, and we created a powder. It was called superfoods. And from superfoods, it became super greens, and super greens has been on the market for over 25 years. And then from there, you know, you've got all these out branches of all kinds of different green drinks that are now in the store as a result of, hey, how do I get more greens into my diet? You know, I'm busy. In fact, I travel a lot. How can I take my green drink with me?
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to try some of that? So we developed the green powders, the pH Miracle greens, the Doc Brock greens, and in fact, someone just asked or made a comment about the greens, right? Let's see, who was the gentleman that lost 55 pounds in the last week? Was that you?
And became a woman. Wow.
Why don't you come up here? I couldn't believe his before. Have you showed everybody? No. Now you've been on the pH Miracle program for how long?
1 year.
1 year, and you've lost a total of
almost 60 pounds.
60 pounds.
Wow! Congratulations.
And when you
you're at your college weight.
so when you show your driver's license ID,
That's not you. That's what they say.
That's what they say. I didn't recognize you. You're a whole different person. Yeah. Look, if this is our promise to each and every one of you or those who you know. Thank you very much for sharing that. Do you have anything else you want to share about the program?
Well, I have my cholesterol level. I did it a year ago.
Yeah.
And it's totally changed. Everything's changed. I mean,
he was on Lipitor.
Long time.
Well, that's good. You weren't Lipitor deficient then.
Before.
Wow.
So what was the biggest challenge in moving through?
I don't know. I know it's hard for my family to really do it, but for me, I just went for it. I read it, it made sense to me, and I just did it.
You did it. Now, this is your wife?
She's starting to try to do it.
So it took you a little while to, because what were you not willing to give up?
I like wine.
You like whining?
Wine. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the weekend.
So what's the deal with, what is it? Because there are many people who say a couple of glasses of wine.
Hey, thank
a
you.
day.
Let's give him a hand.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's delightful. It's a little sweet.
What's the deal with wine? Because so many people say a glass or two a day.
Well, the thing with wine is it's good for the people that are making it and selling it. For those people who are drinking it, it's not good. You know, alcohol is an acid. Alcohol does cause the intestinal villi to lay down. I mean, and literally, you know, alcohol, as we know, does have an impact on the health of the cell. You have more brain cells in your gut than you do in your head. And unfortunately, most people think from that particular part of the body.
So you're sitting on your brain.
You are sitting on your brain. So this was my solution for Washington. If we could somehow clear the constipation and the congestion in the bowel, we could actually get the brain function better there. We'd get better laws. But I literally, this is what happens to kids in school that are bouncing off the walls with attention deficit. Kids that aren't getting good grades, their grades improve when we improve the quality of the gut. So if people are misbehaving, they're misbehaving many times because it's not because they don't know what's right, it's because they can't do what's right, and they can't do what's right is because their gut has literally been destroyed with their lifestyle and diet. When you understand that this part of the body is where everything begins, then you'll take care of it better. You know, you'll think differently, you know, about what you put into your body.
So is good mastication helpful in digestion?
Absolutely. I mean, the old adage of chewing your food 20 times, the purpose of that is as you're chewing, you're secreting baking soda or sodium bicarbonate on the food to raise the alkalinity. But at the same time, you're liquefying the food. Now, some people just don't have the energy because they've lived their life in a way that's caused their energy to deplete, which is the first stage of acidosis. They're in a state of enervation. So when we take these people and we put them on a liquid diet, they don't have to chew the food to masticate it and break it down to a liquid state. All they do is swish it around their mouth so they can alkalize that food that they're eating with the sodium bicarbonate that's being released.
So if you don't chew your food well, how can you start to masticate better and break down that food while it's in your mouth?
You get a blender. You have to blend the food. You have to juice the food. That's why people get better on just doing simple juice diets. Very few people understand the science behind it. I'm trying to explain that to you. But your body uses 50% of your energies to just try to liquefy the food. That factor's taken out. Now you've got 50% more energy that you now can use to build your body. So we use that energy for people that are in chronic fatigue. We have a gal here from Norway. You know,
Who's from Norway?
This gal back here, her name is Sunny. She flew all the way from sunny Norway. No, that's to come to sunny California, right? Yeah.
And she's on the program?
She's on the program.
How did you hear about it?
Why don't you come on up, Sunny?